Hello viewers, welcome to ICSC Board Class 10 Chemistry episode 10.9. Up till now we have seen the definition of organic chemistry, organic compounds. We have seen the property of hydrocarbon, or you can say carbon, of forming covalent bonds, and carbon forming covalent bonds and forming a long chain. That property is known as catenation. We have seen the classification of hydrocarbons into aliphatic and aromatic. In aliphatic we have seen in aliphatic we have seen about the saturated and unsaturated. In saturated we have seen about the preparation of methane, ethane, as well as their physical and chemical properties. In unsaturated we have seen ethene and ethine, their physical properties and chemical properties. We have also seen in the previous episode related to the distinguish or differences between alkane, alkene and alkynes. In the previous episode 10.8 we have talked about ethanol, and in this episode we are going to see about acetic acid. Acetic acid is also known as vinegar, or you can say ethanoic acid. The molecular formula is CH3 COOH is the molecular formula. Acetic acid, let us see the background about acetic acid. Acetic acid name comes from the Latin word acidum. It occurs in the free state in fruit juices which on fermentation have gone sour. It is also found in the esters in the number of essential oils. Dilute solution nearly 4 to 5% of acetic acid is also called vinegar. So this is the definition of vinegar. Vinegar is used for flavoring and preserving foods. The presence of coloring matter provides vinegar a grayish color, while the presence of some organic compound gives it usual taste and flavor. Let us see the lab preparation. In the lab preparation, it is going to be from the ethanol that is by the process of oxidation. And here oxidation we are going to use a strong oxidizing agent, that is K2Cr2O7. So K2Cr2O7 is going to provide nascent oxygen which oxidizes ethanol to acetaldehyde and acetaldehyde to acetic acid. Acetic acid can also be prepared by hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. When ethyl acetate is hydrolyzed in the presence of concentrated H2SO4, it results in the formation of acetic acid and ethanol. This is what we have seen in the previous episodes of formation of or chemical properties of ethanol. Manufacture of acetic acid can also take place biologically with the help of bacteria known as azotobacter. From ethanol we are going to prepare acetic acid by using bacteria that is called azotobacter. So this is biological preparation of acetic acid. Acetic acid is formed in the fruit juice when they become sour due to fermentation which is brought by the bacteria called azotobacter. So this is the natural phenomena, but in the industry it can be obtained from ethanol. This ethanol fermented liquor, 10 to 15% of alcohol, is oxidized by air under the influence of azotobacter when a solution of 3 to 7% of acid is obtained. The solution commonly called vinegar. So C2H5OH plus oxygen from the air in the presence of bacteria azotobacter, it converts into acetic acid or vinegar plus water. The oxidation is carried out in the wooden vent with perforated top and false bottom, which is packed with beechwood shavings moistened with the old vinegar having azotobacter. A 10% aqueous solution of ethanol containing phosphates, inorganic salts are necessary for the survival of bacteria is trickled down the vat with the current of air is blown up. The slow oxidation of ethanol occurs with the formation of acetic acid. The solution collected at the bottom of the vat is recycled till 3% to 7% is obtained. So this is the biological method of preparing acetic acid, and the method of preparation of acetic acid is also given here. Here one more question is that why it is necessary to add phosphates and inorganic salts in 10% aqueous solution of ethanol. So answer will be what? For the survival of bacteria. Anyway, we move on further. This will be from the from methanol acetic acid is produced. This is a recent method in which catalyst iodine rhodium is used along with carbon monoxide. So this method is a recent method in which methanol vapors and carbon monoxides are made to react in the presence of catalyst iodine rhodium to obtain acetic acid. So this is how we obtain acetic acid. So one is the laboratory preparation from ethanol, two-step reaction by using strong oxidizing agent, that is K2Cr2O7. Second one by the hydrolysis of ethyl acetate. Third one is the method by biological process where azotobacter bacteria is used, and the recent one where a catalyst iodine rhodium is used to obtain acetic acid. Let us move on to the physical properties of acetic acid. Pure acetic acid at room temperature is corrosive and colorless. The smell is pungent while the taste is sour. When it when we try to freeze acetic acid below 16.5 degrees centigrade, it starts forming an icy mass which is known as glacial acetic acid. So this is one mark question. What do you mean by glacial acetic acid? What temperature the glacial acetic acid is formed? So these are the one mark questions. Boiling point is 118 degrees centigrade. Density is about 1.08 grams per centimeter cube at 0 degrees centigrade. In all proportion, it is soluble in water and it acts as a good solvent for iodine, sulfur, phosphorus, and number of organic compounds. So these are the physical properties of acetic acid. Now let us see the chemical properties. Chemical properties, in that one you will be hearing the word sodium ethionate. Sodium ethionate. Sodium ethionate is nothing but sodium acetate. So first one, acidic property. Acetic acid ionizes in water in to an extent of 4% to produce H plus ions. So it produces H plus ions acid. That means it imparts acidic property. CH3COOH ionizes to CH3COO minus plus H plus. Action with the litmus, as it is acidic in nature, it gives blue litmus turns red. Action with metallic carbonates or hydrogen carbonate. So you say metallic carbonates, sodium carbonate or potassium carbonate or sodium bicarbonate or potassium bicarbonate, when reacts with acetic acid, it is going to form carbon dioxide as a gas, as well as sodium ethionate, or we can say sodium acetate is going to form. Action with alkalis, whatever alkali it is, whether it is NaOH or NH4OH, that is sodium hydroxide or ammonium hydroxide, acetic acid is going to produce the respective ethionate. So if it is sodium hydroxide, it is going to produce sodium ethionate or sodium acetate. If it is ammonium hydroxide, then it will produce ammonium ethionate or ammonium acetate. So along with the water. Action with metals. So you know, acid plus metals, it gives metal salt plus hydrogen. Yes, so acetic acid is a mild acid. So CH3COOH plus magnesium gives magnesium acetate plus hydrogen gas. If it is with sodium, it is going to become sodium acetate and hydrogen gas. Let us move on to the another one. What happens when acetic acid reacts with ethanol? When acetic acid reacts with ethanol, ethyl ethionate is going to form, and it is occurring in the presence of concentrated H2SO4 when we are warming it to a certain level. With phosphorus trichloride and phosphorus pentachloride, it forms acetyl chloride. So acetyl chloride is CH3COCl is a formula for acetyl chloride, and phosphoric acid and phosphorohypochlorite is formed along with HCl. On heating acetic acid with phosphorus pentoxide, it forms acetate hydride and water. It also gets reduced with the help of lithium aluminum hydride. When lithium aluminum hydride produces nascent hydrogen, which reacts with CH3COOH to form ethanol and water. So these are the chemical properties of acetic acid. One more is that, which is related to decarboxylation. So what is the meaning of decarboxylation? Process of removing COOH group from an alcoholic acid. Yeah, that means from a butyroic acid or from ethanoic acid. So this is an ethanoic acid, and we are trying to remove COOH group. So that is considered as decarboxylation. It is carried out in a two-step reaction. First one, acetic acid plus NaOH gives sodium acetate plus water. This sodium acetate is then undergoing the formation of what? Formation of methane with the removal of COO group. That means CO2 group. So this process is considered to be a process of decarboxylation. Here acetic acid plus NaOH gives sodium acetate plus water. Sodium acetate undergoes for the formation of methane by the removal of COO group and formation of sodium carbonate. So here sodium acetate plus NaOH, in the presence of heat, it is going to produce methane and sodium carbonate. Similarly, we can work it out with propionic acid or butyroic acid. So propionic acid will convert into ethane, butyroic acid will convert into propane. So from 4 carbon it will turn into 3 carbon, from 3 carbon it will turn into 2 carbon. So propionic acid is 3 carbon compound, and it will remove carbon dioxide, it will remove COO group. So it forms 1 carbon is gone, so it will reduce the number of carbon in its the mother compound, that is propionic acid to ethane. Propionic acid is 3 carbon compound, ethane is 2 carbon compound, and it is going to form from noic acid to alkane. So this is the process of decarboxylation. Removal of COOH group from an alcoholic acid is called decarboxylation, as well as removal of COO or CO2 group is also considered to be decarboxylation reaction. I hope you understood this one. Let us see the uses of acetic acid. It is used in the manufacture of white synthetic vinegar for preserving food articles. It is used for manufacture of cellulose acetate, which is used for making synthetic fibers. It is used as a solvent for organic compounds. It is used in the manufacture of acetone esters, used in perfume, dyes, drugs, and in pharmaceutical companies also it is being used. So here it is not on, it is in pharma. So please correct that one. There is a in, so it is not on, it is in pharmaceutical companies. Manufacture acetic acid is also used for the manufacture of lead acetate, that is used in paints, aluminum acetate and chromium acetate used as a mordants in dyeing industry, coagulating of rubber from latex, and casein from milk. So this is about the uses of acetic acid. Very pretty simple topic it is. You require to know its lab preparation, then the name of the bacteria, then the other ways of preparing acetic acid, and the chemical properties. I hope you understood about the topic acetic acid. Then also, if you have any questions or any sort of doubts related to acetic acid, please let me know in the comment box. Thanks very much, and thank you for your patience.